Let's start from the beginning of that story.
So I bought a 2012 King Ranch, 6.7 diesel, from a guy in Florida that bought it from you like 11, 12 years ago.
Okay.
1.0. Early 1.0, when the wireless was, I used to have it on like an RV controller. I get the truck. Truck's got a decent amount of miles on it. Don't have no issues with the truck for the first 6 months. And then I'm like, man, I really want this hose reel to be a little bit better. So I'm like, let me call Detroit Wrecker.
Sure.
First time I ever called you. And it's on a Sunday, so I figured y'all were closed, but I wanted to hear the voicemail or y'all's answering machine, see what happened. And you texted me about 15 minutes later. He goes, hey, bud, we're closed today, but do you have FaceTime? And I was like, no, I got Android. He's like, download this app. I'll call you in a minute. You called me in about 5 minutes, and you're like, hey, get up under the truck. I'm going to show you how to fix that thing. And I was like, I looked at my buddy. I was like, man, there ain't no way I'm going to fix this. It's rusted out, right? Like, it's been through hell and back. And you sent me the video of how to do it, a bunch of screenshots on how to do it. We stayed on the phone for about an hour and a half. You helped me check all my the check blocks that are in that one's in the actual pump housing. It's not like all over the truck.
And they were double pilot, so it was both directions.
And we stayed on the phone for like maybe an hour on FaceTime. Never met you a day in my life on a Sunday. And I told my wife, I was like, whenever I order that 450, it's going to Detroit Wrecker.
Yeah.
I talked to you for about an hour and a half. And then that was, I have the message on my phone. I bought that truck last October. So it hadn't even been a year that I've owned my 1.0. And I've already been making the business decisions to order the 2.0 from you. It came down to, do I order the frame reinforcement?
Because of the support that you got.
I'm telling you instantly, the competitors, so you could look at it two different ways. Me, I'm the type to spend the money. I want to buy a unit, flatbed, wheel lift, whatever it is. I want to buy it and spend the money on it, and I'd have no issues.
Sure.
If it's 10 times the cost, let it be 10 times the cost, because when you're replacing bushings every 3 months, because I can send the best driver.
It's cheaper to buy a better product than not have those same.
But the driver doesn't have common sense 24/7. So when they go try and lift an F350 with a wheel lift from the front and towing it 65 miles, it's like, yeah, the job got done, but it tore up $1,200 in bushings. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
So the initial customer service, that even though I didn't own anything from you directly, I owned it secondhand, I knew instantly. And then looked through the market to see exactly what I want to do. Didn't know if I was going to stick with a repo style truck or go to like a Ram 5500 with a drop arm on the back. And then kind of just been talking to my wife, like, man, I'm gonna go buy an As a matter of fact, my dad was in the hospital, had open heart surgery. Nothing bad. He had it was planned.
Sure.
And I'm sitting there in the hospital, and I call him. I'm like, hey, dude, I found the 450 I want. Let's go get it tomorrow. Got it, ordered it. I called you the next day, gave you the deposit. You said, I'm send it here, I'll have it done.
Sure.
Shipped it here, and it's done.
Oh.
You messaged me the entire time. Zach's messaged me the entire time.
With pics and updates of
videos, pictures. Your wife messaging me, emailing me probably 2 or 3 times a week, letting me know the status.
The stage of the game,
Me sending y'all food is just a small token of appreciation, dude. I can spend all the money in the world, and people can think, oh, you paid for it already. What does it matter? That initial phone call you made to me on a Sunday is what set me up to buy everything from you the rest of my life.
Man, and I really appreciate that. And it's not just you; it's anybody and everybody. So we want to think of our clients as family, and we can't make money if you're not making money.
Exactly.
So I need you to be super successful, kill the game with it, and hopefully expand and buy another unit, because we're not going to be selling your parts, as you know. I mean, how old is that?
You're in buying a unit, not buying parts every 6 months.
Yeah.
And that's what your industry that you're in.
It's
the way you see it, you're trying to sell me an attachment to last this amount of years or a lifetime, not, hey man, call me in 6 months when that bushing goes out.
Right.
We're from Texas. I'm 24 hours away from you.
Yeah, it was a long drive.
Driving. So that's why I shipped the truck here. and I knew I was gonna come shake your hand when I picked it up.
Sure.
So, but my dealer there, you walk in, and it's bushing, pins, seals.
Right. Well, because it's a consumable.
Yeah.
You know, it's constant, and that's where we pride ourselves. And again, getting the acknowledgement from the hardworking guy is all of the. It's so heartfelt and so heartwarming. You know, it fills our heart to know that you're out there killing the game with it, and you appreciate it. You know, I mean, not only did you buy pizzas for everybody, but you learned through conversation somehow that she was.
I was on the phone.
You got her gluten-free pizza.
I was on the phone in that 1.0 doing a tow, and she mentioned something that my wife overheard. My wife's gluten-free, and I got off the phone. She said, "You can't send that lady pizza," and I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "She's gluten-free." I said, "Well, next Thursday," because I sent it every Thursday.
Right.
I sent y'all donuts Monday. I think it was this Monday, right? So she said, "No, you know, order a gluten-free pizza from her, for her, Jess."
Mm-hmm.
So. And this, the craziest thing, man, is that I started this company March of 23.
Sure.
Right? I tried to follow some of my buddies that are in the industry and try to listen to what they said. And every time I had something hardcore decisive, because when I'm just starting, 5-10 grand is a big dollar amount for my small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for anybody.
I'd ask my buddy here, and he's like, "Man, if you don't do it, like you're either gonna learn or you're gonna make money from it. You know,
right.
You're not gonna. If somebody told you the right way to do it, everybody be doing it."
Yeah.
So now we have. It's been a little over a year. What? 18 months? 19 months? And now I have 2 units from you. 2 flatbeds. So total of 4 trucks.
Sure.
I had a 5th truck. I just got rid of it, a flatbed. I had a bunch of issues with it. I'm a small company. We got 5 employees. We move probably 30 to 40 cars a day.
That's a lot.
And we're chasing the dream.
Sure.
And part of that is buying the best unit on the market right now.
Well, you're definitely going to have less headaches in the aspect of the parts that are consumables that are just constantly bring you guys down.
That and like that King Ranch I have, 480,000 miles on it. I'm sure the unit was on it within the first year of it. That truck being
I wonder.
alive.
We could look back on the serial number and figure
but
out who.
that truck myself, and I didn't even own that truck a year, and I did the math on it the other day. That truck has moved over 250 cars since I've owned it, and these are cars, trucks, SUVs, right?
Right.
Anything short bed, I'll move with it.
Sure.
Because if not, it'll touch the bumper. I mean the tailgate. So 250 cars that I've moved with it, personally. So imagine what this 2.0 is going to do. And the thing is the bushing's never been replaced.
Well, it's because you've been greasing them.
The tube stacks are,
to.
Nothing's bent. Nothing. I had the one issue with the pin, fixed it.
Well, and that tube stack is so much thicker now too. Like I really want you to come back here and see and lift, one that's underground.
We're going to do, for sure.
I want you to see how thick these tubes are. Remember your hitch tube that's on the bottom? Feel how much heavier the new hitch tube is.
As this 4 sides that y'all welded?
Yeah. Feel that. So that's much heavier than the old one.
Feel that.
So that's a big improvement.
So this isn't a tube. Y'all welded 4 sides to make a tube.
Yep.
No.
So it'll nice and tight. We do buy the hitch receiver so it fits inside, but we make it so it's nice and tight to them. This is the outer tube. I mean, just lift half that.
Oh boy. What I've learned from watching your videos is that this is all one piece now.
Yeah.
It's not two.
Bent, right.
Yes. It's not 2 separate
Glad
pieces.
you're paying attention.
It's not just a bolt. It's not a bolt that stops it from coming out.
Right.
There's actual pads, steel pads.
Yep.
Not.
And
not
that's
like
what these are bolted
pads.
for, because there's no way you're going to shear through them.
And this is all 3/8.
Yep. 3/8, and on the top of the tube is 3/16, and on the bottom of the tube is 3/16. So it's over half an inch on the top and bottom. Yeah, I mean
This is another investment right here too.
Yeah, the dolly brackets. Do you see them? I got it on the demo truck. Let's go over there.
I want to see that demo truck.
Okay.
Can we look at this real quick?
Yeah.
Is this a low loader?
Yep. one cable pulls the bed down.
And this is 1/2-inch cable.
Yeah.
It's not
rated at 40,000 pounds.
Industry standards 3/8.
The real key to success with these applications is, you can't see it here, but there's needle bearings inside of these pulleys. This pulley, that pulley, this pulley.
Y'all don't stitch weld the bed from what I see.
No, they're welded continuous all the way
weld.
around. Yeah, there's the bed right there.
And that can go on any frame above 550,
yeah.
or is it 650 and up?
Yeah, I'd rather put it on 650.
Okay.
Yeah, or
That's
600.
all, everything I have is Ford. I got 650s, 450, and that 350 King Ranch.
Yeah, I mean, you can put it on a small truck, but it's just, this is so stout. The bed is so heavy. This is so, you know, this ain't gonna bend. This ain't gonna break. I mean,
and even your pins here are all hex pins.
Right. So that way,
the pin don't spin.
Yeah, you put the nut in there, and you're like on the outside.
Yeah.
You could tighten the trunnion on the bed, which is amazing. Let's look at that demo truck.
This is the beaut right here, man. Do you drive this every day?
Yeah, dude, I love it.
This is your showroom, your mobile showroom.
Right, and you know, quite honestly,
this is what I didn't see on your website.
Well, quite honestly, the only reason why is because now we've figured out how to get these trucks to ride right. So every previous customer that doesn't have Fox shocks on their 1.0 or 2.0, please call us. Let us give you the part number that we have, because it'll make a big difference. You know, especially on your 1.0. Measure the shock. Let me extrapolate what it needs, because I'm telling you,
oh,
you know, we done figured it out.
Even this 450 came in with a leveling kit, and you said, "Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out."
Right.
This is what I like right here.
And then, so it's just manual, so it'll just slide over.
Like that. For the dollies?
Yep. And the main thing is, it's just easy to push it, and you're not having to, you know, fetch them and backbreaker every single time. And you can get the fifth wheel in there still.
Yeah. This I like how it's just color matched, but it's.
But I really want you guys to, let's get in it and go for a ride. Idiots that can't drive.
Like this?
Huh?
Suede on top?
Yeah.
Oh,
limited. And I really want you to see, again, how these new Fords are just, I'll be honest, the Chevys rode better, but it was this much better.
Yeah, but I won't own a Chevy because it doesn't have a straight axle underneath it, and it's a bunch of ball joints on the front, and it's just more failing spots for me to work on, you know?
Another thing that I really want you to see is this thing will drive itself, man. And I asked the Ford dealer, I said, so the XLTs that got the lane monitoring, same thing. He's like, no, yours is the 2.0 version.
Right.
Which, you know, what happens is, you know, we got lane monitoring. Yeah, it'll keep you in the lane and it'll move the steering wheel, but it just bounces in zigzagging into the lane.
Right, right.
This thing keeps it centered. And then the 1,200 pounds of torque. I mean, this she gets. But to have this as a fifth wheel gooseneck, a wrecker, a personal, so it'd be 5 trucks in one.
And I get a lot of calls to move fifth wheels.
Oh, you do? All right, so I'm gonna turn the cruise on. If there was somebody in front of us, it'll break.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So now it's got it. So I'll have the cruise set higher, and it's gonna end up slowing down and stay in the center of the lanes. It's driving itself right now, dude. Every 30 seconds it says keep your hands on the wheel, give it a little nudge. But to me, it's amazing that these trucks, as a 1-ton truck, has all this amenities. Now this is a really bumpy road, so.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them too.
Yeah. I apologize in advance.
You're gonna be shorter here.
I mean, are you even feeling? We're having a conversation. You could be towing and still have.
You ain't gonna be doing that in a flatbed.
Right. Or a wrecker, in my opinion. Because of the shocks that we're putting on there, really makes a big difference. What we learned is the Ranchero trucks had 8 inches of stroke. So when you put it in halfway, mount it halfway, then you only get 4 inches up and down.
Right.
These have 12 to 15 inches of stroke. So we're getting
2 to 3 inches on top of that.
Yeah, we're 7 inches of play up and down. That's a big difference. You know, here's another big bump. I mean, you see the bumps, you don't feel them.
Right.
You know? So after 8 hours in this truck, you ain't beat to death.
Which way you want me to go, brother?
Right. Let's just do the same thing that we did. So we'll go right and then left and then right again.
Access road, right?
Yep, this is that road. Now, usually when I ride down this road, I'm in the middle lane because I ride the crown of both lanes because it's not so beat up. It's like this guy, you know, he knows how to drive down it, you know. Dude, I guarantee if we was in a wrecker right now, all of that would be bam, bam. Like, I'm telling you,
it's being a 450.
Right. You like? No. What do you think of the ride? Hitting them bumps.
Yes. It's smoother than. I mean, what do you think, Aaron? It's smoother than the 350, and this truck is technically built stiffer.
Right.
It should be a stiffer ride than the 350.
So you're happy?
100% happy. I wouldn't have sent it to you if I thought I was going to be unhappy.
Well, hey, listen, I feel like, you know, I can make the claims all day long, but until somebody says, turn right here. Until somebody says, dude, no, he's telling the truth. That's the.
Nah, you can have anybody in South Texas call me if they want an honest review. I think this wireless is going to be a game changer.
Oh, yeah, you're going to love that. I mean, literally, get out, hand in your hoodie, up, okay. Close around the tires, the verbiage, open so we can leave and go home.
You have this wear pad right here.
Yeah, you didn't have that on that one?
On 1.0 don't have it.
Do it again, weld it on there.
Yeah. This thing seems pretty stout.
Right, supposedly you can drive over it. Beast mode.
I mean, the accident of this truck's what? 4,000 or 5,000 pounds minimum?
Yeah.
Well, actually, with the weight of the unit, it's probably 6,000 pounds. What's the most y'all have lifted with it? I know y'all have done y'all's tests.
Yeah, go lift mine with it if you want. You want to park my truck right here?
I'll back up to it.
Yeah, no
This is what? 8,000, 9,000 pound truck?
7,500, 8,000, yeah. Well, with the unit, probably 85.
That first one probably would have lifted the front, no.
Yeah, you couldn't have done that before.
Can't beat it.
So would you recommend this?
100% recommend. I wouldn't have came back the second time.
You can't thank you enough, brother. We are your biggest cheerleaders. Nobody wants to see you more successful with this equipment than me and everybody else in this establishment. We are rooting for you. We are, if there's any questions, you know, it's dark out. Can we still do it? Yes. You know, feel free to call and ask. There's no dumb questions. Dumb questions are the ones people don't ask, right?